You might have noticed we tend to move slower as we age. You might have also noticed that we don't seem to get out of our chair or climb upstairs as quickly as we used to. Or maybe you've noticed that we're slower to react to obstacles or situations that challenge our balance. This is because muscle power, or the ability to use our muscle strength quickly, can start to decline earlier and may even decline faster than most other fitness components like muscle strength or muscle endurance. The ability to express high power outputs are important for many activities of daily living. For example, being able to move our bodies quickly is vital for helping us to rapidly swing our leg forward in order to recover from a trip, slip, or even a sudden stop while standing on public transport. As you can see, being able to move our bodies quickly may prevent us from falling in each of these scenarios. But because muscle power is a product of both force and velocity, a solid foundation of muscle strength should be present before progressing to power training. So, before I go any further, I want to reiterate, progressing to power training is important and should be done once we have developed an adequate level of muscle strength and our exercise technique is solid. This means that we've been consistently improving our levels of muscle strength for at least 6 months. We typically don't need a dedicated power training program before that because traditional strength training builds both muscle strength and muscle power, especially in those who are new to resistance training. Individuals with more muscle strength also appear to have greater responsiveness to power training. Therefore, after we have built up higher levels of muscle strength, we can incorporate power training to bring about an even greater improvement in our muscle power. Power training differs from traditional strength training by focusing on explosive concentric movements. To do this, we place an emphasis on moving as fast as possible, or we intend to perform the movement as fast as possible. The actual movement velocity is not as important as the intent to move as fast as possible. So don't worry if you don't feel like you're moving fast. It's the intent that counts. Muscle power appears to be improved with both low and moderate loads, about 30 to 70% of our 1 repetition max. Because we experience a range of activities and situations in daily life, we should develop muscle power across a range of loads. Let's take the box squat exercise to illustrate the difference between strength training and power training. In traditional strength training, we typically perform the movement at a slow or moderate pace. In power training, we would stand up with the intention of standing up as quickly as possible, and then lower ourselves back down at that moderate pace in control. For strength exercises like these, we can simply use our lighter warm-up sets performed explosively as power training before our strength training. Another power training strategy would be to use a variety of exercises at different loads within one training session. In this case, we would first perform the box squat, as earlier, and then move on to the jump squat. For the jump squat, we initiate the movement by lowering in control and then immediately exploding up to jump off the ground. Remember, it's the intention that counts and not necessarily how high you can actually jump. We could then move on to the depth jump. For the depth jump, we would begin by standing on a stable box, platform, or even the bottom stair of our staircase. We initiate the movement by stepping off the box, dropping down to the ground. Then we explode up, intending to jump as high as possible. We can start with 1 set of 6 repetitions for each of these exercises, progressing to 2 or 3 sets. Rest as much as you need to in order to feel recovered and ready, using short rest intervals of about 15 to 45 seconds between individual repetitions is also common with power training. This is because when all repetitions are performed continuously, like in strength training, we can see an increase in fatigue, a reduction in power, and a breakdown in our technique by the end of our set. Power output has been associated with improved balance and a reduced risk of falls. Overall, research suggests that individuals with higher muscle power tend to perform better in activities of daily living and tend to maintain their independence for longer. Considering the importance of both muscle strength and movement velocity for falls prevention, an emphasis on power training following traditional strength training is warranted in any healthy aging program.